Hey guys, Kristen Collins on Raw Real Talks Healing Edition. So great to reconnect with y'all. And today I'm very excited for Janet Namaste, my co host, to be logging on as we are going to be talking about manifestation and how are we doing with manifestation? Are we doing it right? Does it feel a little awkward? Energetically, we know what we're putting out there we are attracting, whether it takes a little while or shows up pretty quickly. But today Janet and I are going to dive deeper in community to talk about manifestation, and really looking forward to your input and your thoughts when it comes to that topic. So this month, as we know, has been super interesting. Now that we're rolling into August, I'm very excited, hoping that I kind of feel a corner being turned, and looking forward to the insights in this conversation, as well as Janet hosts a monthly vibe coming up on Thursday night at 7 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. And I'm really looking forward to having that conversation with her as well, to hear what is going to show up energetically. So in the comments, go ahead and weigh in on how you're doing, where you're coming in from, and your thoughts on manifestation, because it is in shared space with you that we absolutely dialogue that's meaningful and impactful when it comes to our healing, and how we're mitigating and navigating this crazy journey called life. And with that, there is my friend, Miss Janet Namaste. Hi, sister.
Hi, how are you?
I'm wonderful. How are you?
Good, very good.
It's good
It's
to
interesting.
see you.
It's so beautiful to see you as well. Happy August. Do you believe
I'm
it's August already?
I'm hoping it's a happy August. I'm looking forward to your insights. I was just sharing with our friends
Well,
between now and Thursday night with your monthly vibe. I'm ready to hear what you've got for us.
oh wow. It's definitely a powerful one to say the least, like it's all about perspective, right? And the way that we view things. So it is a happy one. That's why today's theme, we want to talk about manifestation and how do we create the happiness and the miracles and all that we've ever desired, right? Because everything that we want is on the other side of the veil. But August is a month truly like it's very powerful on 8/8, which is going to be the Lion's Portal. I'm going to speak a lot about that on the monthly vibe, which is going to be this Thursday in 2 days. And I'm going to do a special meditation so we can really tune in and manifest like no other, like we've never manifested before. But it's truly being aligned with our purpose and letting go of what no longer serves. And I know this is something that it feels like a broken record. I keep on saying it and saying it and saying it, but we're creatures of habit, truly. And sometimes it's those belief systems that have been embedded in our, you know, body and our antiquated family ancestral patterns, and through loyalty and honor, we don't want to let that go. It's a subconscious fear. So on Thursday at 7 p.m. Eastern on the monthly vibe that we do, I will be doing a special manifestation, a special activation for the Lion's Portal, which
I
is on
can't.
8/8.
That is,
Yeah,
I already signed up. And at the end of this, we'll make sure folks know to go on to your website to be able to log on for that complimentary offer
sure.
you do every month. So what I love is I was redigesting our conversation last week, which was so about release, right? We just spent an entire week really releasing. And so this week, being able to dive into a conversation about manifestation, we've made room, right? It's not a broken record to me at all. It is embedded in our, at a cellular level in our DNA. So I love that we're holding space to heal through release, and then stepping into the unknown and co-creating and getting in touch with our inner knowing. So very thankful for the cadence that we're taking to be able to clear, because you can't manifest if there's no room, right?
Correct. You definitely cannot. We are energy, and energy can either be created or destroyed, right? And energy is measured through frequency, and our thoughts have frequency. So many people have the belief system, and since we were young children, young babies, that the outside, depending on how things are, is the way that we can react to the emotional feeling. And when in reality, it is our internal that creates our external, not our external. It's that creates our internal. So doing the Destiny program and being in this field as an energy practitioner for over 25 years, almost 25 years actually, it's 24 years. I've listened to tens of thousands of, even one-on-one sessions, and every single person that I've ever encountered, wants to know their life purpose. Why am I here? What is my dharma? What is my purpose? And then B, it's, and this is in every single session, and this even happened when we go into like humanness, right? Is I am like this because this happened to me. I am like this because this happened to me. I am defensive because I was in a volatile relationship. I don't trust anyone because I've been betrayed before. So therefore I am. The words I am are so powerful. They are so powerful. I am is the energy of the creator. And when we tune in to the energy of the creator, anytime we say I am, it's a command of the essence of who we are. And that is not who we are. I am not my circumstances, and I am not what had happened to me. Hi, Mariama. Mariama is here. Hello, my dear. So therefore, the way that we truly create, we are, think of us as, being ice cubes, right? And when an ice cube, the energy, the frequency of an ice cube, when it melts, it becomes water, right? And then when it evaporates, it becomes molecules in the air. Even though we don't see the solidness of it, right? Does the energy of the ice cube still exist? So our thoughts begin with what is like, right, the way we truly manifest everything that we desire is actually dropping the desire, which is wild. And that's what Buddha teaches. It's not just like the law of attraction, the way, The Secret, which I'm so happy that that book came out and everything like that. And Esther Hicks, that channels Abraham, speaks about the law of attraction. It is, she channels an entity, Abraham, Esther Hicks. It is absolutely beautiful, but we are vibrational beings. And we can create that ice cube, in a sense, by creating the field of what it is that we are. And what are we? We're love. So what we desire, actually, is, as human beings, we desire for a certain way of what we perceive as happiness, the way it should show up. Once we drop of the way it's going to show up, it just shows up.
Oh, Janet, it is so true. We're making room, right? And that's the part of the release. And one thing I'd love to please bring into this space, because it's like coming up for me big time.
Yeah.
So energetically, what we put out there is what we receive, is what we manifest, right? So our circumstance that we've experienced, multiple circumstances, it's super important that we release and heal from them, not disassociate or deny them, right? And that was the thing that I had wrong. I thought I had dealt with it, but I had just gotten really good at shutting it off, shutting off my heart, shutting off my connection to my gut, and just denying. And so for our healing community at Raw Real Talks, in that release, guys, you have to feel all the emotions that came with your experience at a cellular level, have people like the wonderful Miss Janet help you release them. Actually, and that's exactly what Janet has helped me do, is from a cellular level, release, not deny. And then it's in that release that we can manifest the I am, right? Not from this, yeah,
Exactly.
not from this big old willing our way through, because that's not going to work.
Exactly, exactly. And think about the word disassociating. Many people that were in abusive relationships or unhappy relationships, they disassociate. It's DI, divorce. Disconnect,
Wow.
deny. All these D words, disease. When we are in denial about something, but it still lives in our subconscious, we're going to manifest perhaps the similar situation, but with a different mask, a different scenario, a different city. Perhaps it's not going to be New York City, but it'll be San Francisco. Perhaps it's going to be, Cairo. It's just, when people think, well, I am just going to start fresh. I'm going to pack up my stuff and I'm moving to another country, just starting brand new. Absolutely, you can reset and refresh wherever you go, 1 billion%. But if in your subconscious mind are false beliefs of you are who you are because of your circumstances and what had happened to you, then you start manifesting baby, I'm calling you baby, like 30%, maybe not, maybe not 100%. It's like 30% of what you're capable of. You're limiting yourself. So the way that we actually can create the greatest miracles of our life is realize that we like baby. You're my baby, Mariama. You're all my babies, my angels. We're all babies. In fact, the first thing of manifestation, the false sense of manifestation, begins when we are babies. Segue. Thank you, angels. When we're babies, we're born and we're crying, right? We're crying, 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 crying. And this is literally like the Pavlovian theory of, like, the dog and the bell. We're crying, and until we think that if we cry, then all of a sudden our mommies are going to come, or whoever our caretaker is going to take us and really take great care of us, like, bundle us up and cradle us and give us love and warmth. And that is a false sense of security. Throughout our life, we think that we have to suffer or feel that we're missing something in order to have the compassion and the love, when in reality, we already have the compassion and love. We are love. So manifesting actually is super simple if you understand the law of attraction. You are what it is inside of you. Whatever you feel, the truth of who you actually are, you actually create those scenarios before you. And this is in quantum. And each time we're thinking about something, we're creating a parallel universe and another parallel universe and another parallel universe. And the thing is that there's momentum. So depending on what we feed, this is the lion's portal, right? 8-8. Whatever we feed, are we feeding the compassion, or we're feeding low vibration of anger? Whatever we're feeding, suddenly we're like, well, I was thinking so positive and I was really writing down my affirmations. How come it isn't working? All of a sudden we get pulled into this vortex of it's a cyclical thing that may have happened years ago. And you're like, why does this keep on happening to me? Why do I keep on hitting a brick wall? Well, perhaps this was something that you thought about years ago. But according to quantum, the only time is now. There is no past. There is no future, in a sense. We're creating reality in the moment, right? We're creating reality in the moment. And we can actually forgive, like, years and years of abuse and atrocities in a matter of seconds. Doesn't mean that we are condoning the horrific behaviors of others, because there is evil in the world, like that's the duality, right? But the thing is that we are able to transmute the negative energy into positivity.
I
And it's,
so appreciate you holding space for this. I think it's so
pardon
vital,
me.
and I can feel it in my bones, right? So help us understand that if we are manifesting, or we keep experiencing the same lesson in a different mask, as you like to say. You know, how do we go ahead and actually do that release? And then what does it feel like to actually manifest our true essence and being?
Okay, it's beautiful. So number one is realizing there's a few steps. I never know, like sometimes I say 5 steps and then all of a sudden there's 7 steps, 3 steps. I really don't know. So let's start with step one, and then perhaps one of the viewers will be able to realize, help us with the steps. Number one is to realize and acknowledge that we are frequency, and that we are frequency, that we are energy, that we're souls, and the essence of who we are. Every single person on this planet, the denominator of who we are is love. That's the core of love. We all want that. We all want the love. We all want the security. Number two is realizing that the words I am is that we have the creator inside of us. We're always looking outside of ourselves to feel complete. Once I have this partner, I'll feel complete. Once I have 100K on my YouTube channel, I will feel great. Once I will have $1 billion in the bank, I will feel amazing. No, it's like, that's not the case. It's creating that reality at that moment of feeling adequate and complete, knowing that I am love, period. The next thing is forgiveness. Step 3, or whatever step that is forgiveness. And it's forgiving not only others that perhaps crossed into your path, that made certain situations more challenging, because this is not just about forgiving the loved ones, but it's also forgiving our adversaries, because they are really, truly the greatest teachers. They really, really are. It's not getting in that frequency, the same level of feeling victimized by it. It's understanding the bigger picture. So forgiving is not just the others, but it's forgiving ourselves. Step 4. Letting go of what you didn't know prior, but because now with the wisdom that you've attained, and knowing that you are love, when you realize that, and you tap into, which is the next step of gratitude and appreciation, that the idea of I will be happy when, or I want, saying I want or I desire, is actually saying that it isn't there, when it is, you have everything that you need. And then the last step is actually manifesting.
So
Because
before
with,
we get into manifesting, if you don't mind,
yeah,
let's hang out at step 5, which great job, by the way. That one was a mind blow for me, right? In how you put it out there. I want, I need, in 3 months, I will have. And so what are you attracting, not having?
correct.
So just, if you don't mind, because I think this is really helpful to folks, walk us a little bit deeper in that space. What is it that we're connecting with energetically when we're manifesting?
When we're saying, when we're connecting to manifestation, we're connecting to our internal belief and the core of who we are. If our core of who we are was tainted with a false belief system or defense mechanism, and lack of forgiveness, or feeling of what the energy alchemist just said, scarcity or lack, then what we will manifest, perhaps we will manifest what it is that we thought we lacked or we needed in order to feel complete, but we're not manifesting into 100%. There's no longevity. That's why the truth is the only thing that will allow longevity to be. That's why there's so many spiritual imposters out there also. Everyone is a spiritual master, a guru, or all of these like titles. It's when we detach ourselves from the titles and detach of how it's going to show up, and we say, I am in gratitude with everything that I have. I am complete. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Feeling that feeling, Robert Hawkins, David Hawkins, pardon me. David Hawkins has a frequency meter of different emotions, different emotions. The lowest like frequency is where diseases happen, where cancer starts, because this is on a molecular level where our thoughts create in our physical body already. Now, the frequency of happiness, of joy, of laughter is very high, right? Think of a barometer. It's on a high level. And in order for us to actually manifest, we need to raise the frequency of our, can you hear me?
Yes.
My mic, oh, okay. We need to raise the frequency of the joy inside of us. So when we are joy, when we animate love, when we animate happiness and gratitude, even though we woke up and it's dark and cloudy out there, and we look in our bank account and they're like, oh, we're overdrafting you, your bank account has been closed. It's about feeling wealthy and feeling secure and feeling prosperous. It is not easy to do, by the way. It is not easy to do. But, somebody wrote, you deserve everything in this world. It's not just about deserving also. Deserving also is deserving is saying that you don't have either. You are everything in this world, actually. And each person, each soul has their own path. They have their own destiny. This is what I do when I do my destiny program. I'm able to decipher the pre-birth plan of what the free will and what destiny is to each individual. However, comparison, the moment we compare is the moment we get off our lane and we start creating the momentum of our lack again, the feeling of not worthy. So manifesting 101 is raising, after step 5, is raising our frequency to joy. And you can tune in to, even if like at this moment in time, because everything is quantum, I can create the next 10 years of my life right now, right? But I have free will and I could change my mind or my actions, my internal being tomorrow. So it's tapping into a time where it was the happiest day of your life. The happiest day of your life. One of the happiest days of my life, it was, the moment that I met my soulmate. One of the happiest days of my life was, really, besides my children, the children is my doggy, my Zoe Namaste. We tap into what brings joy. And it's that laughter. It's that, like that feeling in your belly when you're laughing. It's, how they say, I laughed so hard, my stomach was hurting me. Your stomach, your third chakra, and this is something that I'm going to speak live on Thursday on my monthly vibe. Your third chakra is our control center. In order to manifest like a guru, you need to let go of the control. And how do we let go of the control? The control, it's the ego that lives in the belly. Ego, the acronym, is edging God out. Deepak Chopra says that, edging God out. And when, right, it's like when we realize that we are the creator as well, then this is where we could tap into all of the essence of everything that we came here on this planet Earth to enjoy. Why are we limiting ourselves?
And I want to dive into, I want to dive into the limiting piece, because I think a lot of folks, including myself, when we are concentrating on manifesting, we are setting a bar of a literal, right? I want to live in this city. I want to have this type of a relationship. I want to make this much money. I want my title to be this. I want to have this car. I want my ring to be this many carat, whatever. Okay. What I've learned in my walk, and you've been a huge catalyst for this, it's about feeling, right? It's about receiving. It's about being in flow. And as I look back at my journey, some of the most impactful, fun, inspiring experiences I've had, I promise you, I never in a million years would have dreamt of. That meeting you came out of left field. I never would have been like, I hope I meet a soul sister from Staten Island who I would have never thought of you. Walk us through when we're connecting to that joy and that love and we're manifesting, how do we not be literal about it? Because again, we're dumbing it down. We're holding ourselves back when we do that.
Yeah. Oh, amazing. That's it's through it's through I'm going to do again another step one, step two, step infinity. Um it's being genuine with yourself, being kind, being compassionate, and being sincere. That's why, the haters, the false healers, the false this, the people that really just want to, the manipulators, this is the way that you can do this. Step one, step two, like things are changing. The facade of earthly stuff is breaking down. We're now in the age of Aquarius, and that's an air element, and things are manifesting very quickly. So the way that we tap into that energy is truly through sincerity and compassion. And it's of journaling. This is a beautiful thing that I do every morning, is journaling of what it is that in the morning, of what it is that you choose to let go of and that no longer serves. And you can put your timer on. For the sake of the month of August, let's put our timer on for 8 minutes. 8 minutes is a lot, actually, to journal. And what we'll do is we can write, I choose to let go, not I let go. Because when we feel that something is forced out of us, like taken away from us, we're like, wait, I didn't even get a chance to say goodbye. I don't have closure. What about, it's almost like of the suffering that we had because of that experience was in vain. And you feel that you just need a proper goodbye. It's like, losing somebody that you love that was, catastrophic, and you didn't even get to say goodbye, or you didn't say those words that you should have said while they were there, right? So it's about the choice. When you feel that you're given a choice, it creates spaciousness in what you can manifest, because it begins this beautiful trust between you and your angels, your guides, the universe. It hears you. It hears you. We're vibrations. It's sound frequencies. It's the theory of the butterfly effect, right? And the ripple effect. We all have that. We all have that. So the first thing first is of tapping into that energy of compassion and of writing down in the morning, I choose to let go. And you can write anything. I choose to let go of, even, be really raw with yourself. I choose to let go of my self-criticism. I choose to let go of my belief system. I choose to let go of my guilt that I should have, or I thought I should have. There's no such thing as should have. It is already gone. That's the past. So for 8 minutes, journal about let go. And then in the evening time, especially now, and if you guys tune in, we're going to have fun on Thursday night. We're going to have a really special meditation. But for the sake of exercise and to put pen on paper, is actually, it's not about texting. A lot of people, like, we're in, high tech, people like, oh, I wrote down my affirmations, and it's not writing down. It's they're typing it in. There's something about, from your mind to your heart, it's this cohesiveness, this beautiful marriage that happens, that goes down from your left side, which is where your heart is, right? It's towards our left. And then if we're righties, we may not all be righties, I am, but it's from our yin to our yang. And then we're writing down in the evening, I choose from this moment on to create. When we realize that we are the creator, I choose from this moment on, whatever date it is, from August 3rd, 2021, to choose, forgiveness over resentment. I choose from, and if you cannot think of what to write, write the same thing over and over again, because then you'll learn how to be in the flow. Otherwise, when people are like, well, it is in my mind, I have it all up here. There's something about putting, our words on paper, and then when we read it back to us, the energetic projection is our own reflection. And that's the way we manifest.
Love. So as we're coming to a close here, I would love you to weigh in on when something shows up, when an experience, an opportunity, a person shows up and they're out of left field and you're like, this is not where I'm going or where, you know, what I'm planning on or what I'm manifesting or what I believe is my path. How do we experience something out of left field that we weren't expecting? Do we deny it? Do we say yes to it? Walk us through that.
Curiosity. Like, hey, what's
And
up?
wonder.
Hey, what's up, gremlin? How you been? Now, the first things first is curiosity. Oh, shoot, where did this pop up from? There's no such thing as coincidence. It's acknowledging that it's there. And it's, by the way, when we start going in the flow of our destiny, those things are going to show up because we need to be taking our exam, our final exam, and our PhD in order to go on to the next level, on to the next grade. So when we are actually in the flow of manifestation, there's going to be more bumps in the road. Why? We're going to be aware of it. We're going to be aware of it. The difference is we're not going to get stuck in it. So the first thing is curiosity. Where did this show up? Why did it show up? What did I do to create this? Take accountability. Everything that's in your life is what you have created. Not me, not your parents, you know, not your parents. Blame it on this, blame it on that, blame it on. No, everything that is showing up is how did I create this field? Now, it can end in a matter of 5 minutes, or it could last for 18 months or 18 years. Your choice, your choice. But when things pop up like that and you're in the flow of like, oh my God, joy, 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 and you're like, shoot, the rug just got pulled underneath me. Why? There was something there to go back so you can fine tune. And that's what happens when planets are in retrograde also. It gives us a pause. Those hiccups are not just hiccups. They are detours to help us pause and forgive, give us another opportunity. You keep on doing it and doing it over and over again until it feels null, until you're in the void.
And thank you for that. And I think too, right? So maybe it's a reset so that you can re-examine. I also, at least this past year for me, as weird things have popped up and I accept them with curiosity and wonder, even though they're not making sense to me. I don't shy them away because they're not what I think should be in front of me, right? And so as I experience them and allow them, then what I have found out is that they were actually doorways into things that were so on point and so much better and opening up incredible opportunities that, again, I never had dreamt of. So not all unknowns or weird things are negative. You know, I mean, they actually,
absolutely not.
Right? So expand your perspective to be open to, wow, the universe just handed me X and I'm not thinking X, but let me check this out. And then being present and in tuned enough to then explore and then know, oh, heck no, thank you, no. Or, oh my gosh, this is a whole new way to move forward that I never even thought of. So that's what's been happening to me all year. The weirdest things are crossing. I'm on a trajectory I never imagined because I didn't shy away from the unknown.
But it's also that has to do with trust as well, because these people, situations, and certain things that keep on happening where they pop up, you have to ask yourself, have I tried that flavor before? Is it, you know, I think I may have tried that flavor before. And that's there, not because the universe or the creator is malicious or anything like that. It's there to actually, because you have that 1% of doubt and uncertainty, you're creating that. In order to go in the flow of what you came here to do, there has to be zero uncertainty. That's tough. That's tough. That's why we're here. We're
That's
learning to
exactly why
trust.
we're here.
We're learning to trust every single day. It's trust in ourselves, trust in the unknown, trust in the power of love, trust in, like, love heals everything, everything, everything.
Thank you for this, Janet. This has been one of my favorite weeks, being able to connect with you in community,
Oh,
and saw lots of beautiful comments flying through. Thank you guys for weighing in and being a part. So please remind us for Thursday at 7 o'clock Eastern Standard for your complimentary offering you do every month, the monthly vibe. How can folks plug in? Because I know this month's going to be off the charts.
yeah, so every first Thursday of every month, I do a free monthly vibe check-in, where I'm channeling the energy of the month. And then through the collective, we do a little journey together, which is a meditation. And sometimes we have steps, sometimes we don't. And also, if you do show up live, if you are, it's 7 p.m. Eastern. I know I have a lot of folks in Europe and Asia, but if you can tune in live, one person always wins a free reading right there off, and that doesn't get recorded on the YouTube channel at all. But one person wins a free reading right there off the cuff where I go into channel. And that person that wins the free reading actually is the surrogate of the entire group. So it is really like an honorable place, and everything is channeled in through love. And the way that you could connect is through janetnamaste.com. I don't know if you want to type that in. It's just go on janetnamaste.com, and you can just sign up and you'll get an invite to that, or just go on my Instagram and sign up. It's free. This is my gift to everyone. So thank you, Kristen, for amazing channeling today. Connection.
No, that was all
Thank you.
girl. I just love sharing space with you. I will put in the notes as we post this on Raw Real Talks about your website so folks can access that. And guys, make sure that you sign the waiver so that you are eligible for that free reading. And with that, why don't you announce next week? I'm going to take a week off and go connect with family and nature. Why don't you announce who your special guest is for next week?
Amazing. Yes. So next week, while you're there connecting with nature, with family, I have the honor to connect with Mariama, who is actually the founder of Raw Real Talks and the founder of many things. So she is in New York, and we're both local. We get to see each other in person as well. So next week, we're going to have a very special talk with Mariama, who we're lucky to have live with us.
Wonderful. Well, I look forward to that. I will see you Thursday night, and thank you all for joining us for Raw Real Talks.
Thank you. Namaste.
Bye, honey.
Bye.